Now, I would like to introduce you to the founder and co-chairman of the World Chamber of Commerce, Solange Warner. She is responsible for creating many initiatives for WCC, including business, cultural, and humanitarian initiatives, such as human trafficking awareness to keep our children safe. Ladies and gentlemen, Solange Warner.
Thank you so much. It is such a great honor to welcome each one of you here tonight to the WCC event. The purpose of our chamber is to promote international trade and foster cultural and humanitarian exchange worldwide. Therefore, we invite members and leaders of the community to become part of a historical moment to unify countries through common financial, cultural, and humanitarian goals. And please enjoy the show tonight. Thank you so much.
At this time, I would like to introduce you to a short film clip I would like you to watch. Part of our goal with the World Chamber is to connect with global cultural exchange in many ways. I think you'll agree that this short clip will be a great introduction to that subject, so take a look and enjoy.
Well, hello there! I'm David, inventor, wordsmith, and wizard. And this is Hey Wordy, where we introduce young children to world languages and cultures through live action, animation, original songs, and magic. The adventure begins with my best friend Wordy and his pet cloud, Cloudy, who has all the characteristics of a puppy. Wordy is a young dictionary whose greatest desire is to learn words from around the world. Then there's Gizma, a precocious teenage girl robot that acts as Wordy's older sister.
Tinkers, Wordy!
Oh, and Crash, a thrill-seeking bird whose mission is to bring Wordy a new word to learn.
It's time for the word of the day!
Por favor, otlично, citara. Then there's Blue Cat, who's always so lively, energetic, excited, and fearless. We travel the globe and beyond to introduce a wide variety of languages and cultures, including Spanish, Mandarin Chinese, German, Italian, French, Korean, Japanese, Arabic, and lots of other languages. And that's just the beginning. Also in the works are episodes in Russian, Hindi, Farsi, and a lot more. And we're not going to stop there. The possibilities are endless. And each episode contains original songs. After all, there's no better way for children to learn than through words and music. And now it's kaput. Now it's so kaput. So she looks for something else to do. Our songs are so catchy, I guarantee we'll have you singing in another language before you know it. Here's a maison, a grande maison. A maison is a place you can call your very own. And whether you're tall or whether you're short, to get in your maison, you're going to need a porte. Here's the porte to your maison. A porte lets you go in and out. So to get in your maison, go through the porte and you are home. Here's the porte to your maison. Maison, maison, maison.
Maison!
Porte, porte, porte.
Porte!
Maison, maison, maison.
Maison!
Porte, porte, porte.
Porte!
Whether you're tall or whether you're short, to go inside, well, it's so clear, you need a porte. And that's just the beginning. We've even swapped out the languages to teach English. In Arabic, the word for cat is kutta. Just imagine that. Kitty, kitty, c'est un chat. En anglais, ça se dit comme ça.
영어 단어 CAT 한국말로 야옹이
La palabra gato es kitty kitty en inglés.
Mi kitty juega y corre bien. Es muy lindo, kitty.
Thanks for joining me and my friends, Wordy, Gizma, Blue Cat, Cloudy, and Crash.
Crash is coming! Oh, dang it! Give me a hand!
Woo! Right away!
Now it gives me great pleasure to call to the podium Mr. David Burke. David and I met yesterday, and I can only tell you that what you see on the screen is what you get. He's one of those people that when you meet them, you feel that you've known them for forever. And he's a wonderful, wonderful treasure. And being from Atlanta, I'm a little prejudiced, but we like him not only because he's a talented person, but because he's a good person, as are his partners that we've already been with these past few days. In that vein, it gives me great pleasure and honor to to offer the World Chamber of Commerce International Hero Award to David Burke in recognition of his artistic achievements in the past and hopefully in the future here in Atlanta.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Please.
I have family here already, and I was actually going to start by saying thank you so much. I was born in Los Angeles, and every second I feel like more and more like Atlanta is home, and I'm overwhelmed. So this means so much to me. So thank you all, and thank you for being here, all of you. It's funny. A lot of people ask me, how did you get involved in all of this? And most parents hope their sons grow up to be doctors or lawyers. There are not a lot of them who think, gee, I hope my son grows up to talk to imaginary characters that don't exist. Well, I have. I started because my father spoke to me and my twin. Yes, there's another one. Oops. Oh. And I got fast reflexes. Thanks so much. And so my sister and I, twin sister, we grew up with 7 languages around us, and that was normal. My parents are from Europe, so they speak 7 languages. Well, my dad loved French in particular, so he really got my sister and me to really understand and feel the French attitude, the French language. He said all the time, now, kids, in order to speak French, you have to pretend you are Maurice Chevalier, for those of you who remember the singer. And my dad had a Maurice Chevalier hat. He used to go around the house saying, no, do what I do. And Fred de Torbay seems to whisper Louise. He said you have to pucker your lower lip and speak with a French accent. Then on top of that, you add the French words, bonjour, comment allez-vous? You become French. So that's what we do with our show. We explain to kids, here's how you embrace the language. And I had a French teacher who really made me embrace French and the culture. She used to come in with French food. And I'm a foodie, as you'll see in Hey Wordy, in the pilot we're going to show you. Our first stop is always the cross-cultural kitchen, because what goes with language is also culture and food. So she used to bring in things like snails. And after I ate my first snail, after an hour, and she demonstrated, okay, to get past the snail, you take your French bread, you dip it in the garlic butter that just drips down your fingers, and you pop that French sponge of butter and garlic into your mouth. I was sold. So I wanted to share this with other people. I wanted other people to feel what it's like to know a language inside and out. Because it would torture me when my friends would say, ugh, I gotta go to French class, ugh, German class. No, it's exciting. So what I did was, in fact, you've all got those books. Thanks, Richard. So this is something I created that I'm really proud of. So a lot of my friends would say, I could never learn another language. So I'd say, okay, look, you know the story of Cinderella. I'm going to tell it to you all in French. And because you know the context, you're going to follow along. And they would. Then I got the idea, well, why not create a series of fairy tale books that start in English and then slowly morph into the language you're learning, which I did in about 20 different languages. And then I decided, I'm going to reverse that. We also have them in foreign languages that morph into English. And we're going to have them also from foreign language to foreign language. So I am exceptionally excited about our show being launched in Atlanta because, as Rick said, it's the crossroads of the world. And Hey Wordy is the crossroads of the world, except we do it up in the clouds, as you'll see. That's where we live. And we see our work actually working. Here's what I mean by that. Yesterday, a little boy came up to me. I've been recognized. In LA, no one knows who we are yet. We are in 176 countries on all the military bases through American Forces Network, and here in Atlanta. So in LA, no one knows who I am. I get off the plane, and kids know who I am. And it's very exciting. In fact, I got a free salad out of it last night. The maitre d' said, oh, my kids love you. What can I get you? Can I get you a salad? Sure. So I work for food. So anyway, this little boy came up to me and said, you're Dabbleby. Bonjour. And my reaction was, I choked. I choked. I looked at this little boy and thought, I did it. It's working. It always touches me. We're making a difference. When you touch a child's life, and it's working, I mean, that's just the beginning. Our show is here in Atlanta. Soon it's going to be around the world. And, this is the global economy, and let's face it. 20 years ago, learning foreign languages was just frivolous. Not anymore. In Europe, when I lived as an exchange student, the kids speak 5, 6, 7 languages. That's normal. When I first got to Europe, living with a French family, I spoke French like they do. They said, "What else have you got?" And now I realize, in the global economy, when our kids look for jobs, they need to know other languages. That's what Rick was saying. And we are here to do it, to make it fun. We're here to motivate kids. So, to all of you, I thank you. I look out here and I see people from all around the world. This is the world I love. Everyone here celebrating difference. So I thank you for coming to the event. I thank GPB and I thank Atlanta and my new friends, Richard, John, Solange. I thank you all. Oh, good. Oh, it's turning. It turns when light hits it. Oh, I get it. I love gadgets. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic. The Partridge Family? Would be the Partridges or family? Discuss. Thank you very much. Thank you.
David, thank you so much for being here at the World Chamber of Commerce event tonight. It is such a great honor for all of us to present the International Hero Award for you. It's been an amazing night. We have close to 500 people coming to see you tonight, and just to experience the amazing Wordy production. And you're the creator. You're the person that thought about it and just put it into practice. Please tell us what you feel tonight about the award and about all this love from so many people here in Atlanta, Georgia, for you.
Well, as you saw, yeah. When you gave me the award, I mean, I had a very emotional reaction because I feel it. You know, the people I'm meeting, I feel the heart. I feel, it sounds corny, I feel the love. I mean, I travel around. I've been to different countries. I've been to different cities. I feel like I'm home, and it's a really amazing feeling. And tonight's turnout, about 500 people. I'm thrilled. And everybody who's come up to me afterwards, telling me their kids love the show, that they love the show. To see it in action, you know, you're in front of the camera, you're doing your thing.
Yes.
It's exciting. But when you get out there and then people are saying, it's making a difference, my kids are learning from you, they're becoming nicer kids because of you, I'm learning how to speak with my kids in our little secret code of French or Spanish. There's nothing more exciting. So I'm grateful, and I've got such, I'm very excited.
Well, thank you.
Can you tell?
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
I hide it well, don't I?
I am honored to welcome here to Atlanta today Mr. Howard Kazangian, Star Wars executive producer, and Mr. David Burke, creator of Wordy. I wanted to welcome both of you here in Georgia, and I wanted to congratulate you for an amazing, amazing production, which is Wordy. I want to start by you, Mr. Howard Kazangian. Please tell us what it means for you to move here, Wordy production, if it's possible, and why are you involved with Wordy at this point?
Well, first, Atlanta is a wonderful city. Georgia is a great state. They have terrific tax incentives. It's a great climate. I love this part of the world. I've been here many times before. Southern hospitality. But we think that this is the place, because of tax incentives and because of the people understanding the product that we want to make. And also we want to keep employment here and bring jobs to Atlanta, not farm out what most people have to do with animation by sending them abroad. We will keep the jobs here in Atlanta and do 100% of the work here.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. That is wonderful for Georgia, but also for the global community to see such an international show, that it will be projected here in Georgia, but also around the world. David, please tell us a little bit more about your show and how do you come out with this amazing idea of Wordy?
Well, I grew up in a family that spoke 7 languages, so it was normal. Like you speak about 5 languages. So my family's from Europe, so it's normal to speak 7 languages. That's not anything out of the ordinary. In America, it kind of is. So every time I'd hear a student say, ugh, I hate French class, I hate Spanish class, it would frustrate me. And I'd feel bad because there's so much to know about a language and the culture. Language equals food of different cultures and meeting different people. Like tonight, I met 400 people from around the world. The doors are open to you. And in the global economy especially, I get concerned for
for our kids. When they go out in the job market looking for jobs against kids who speak 5 to 7 languages from Europe, our kids speak 1, that's a problem, but it doesn't have to be. And that's why Hayward is committed to teaching kids and inspiring kids to want to learn more languages and learn about other people.
Thank you so much.
That's why we're here.
It is projects like Wordy that will change the world for the better.
It is with great honor and pleasure now that I am delighted to introduce to you the Consul General of Ireland, who is with us tonight. Paul Gleason, presenting the World Chamber of Commerce International Hero Award to Howard Kazangian, film producer, Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, and Raiders of the Lost Ark, former Vice President of Lucasfilm, receiving the WCC International Hero Award. Again, Consul General of Ireland, Paul Gleason.
Merci beaucoup, all y'all. And for anyone of my generation, it's a great thrill to have an opportunity to present anything to someone who's involved in the production of the original Star Wars trilogy. But particularly coming from Ireland, where we did so much of our fighting with pitchforks, and the discovery of the lightsaber was really a revelation. And the gentleman who we're honouring here this evening with this award has a truly remarkable history in Hollywood. He was involved in producing some of the largest blockbusters of all time: Raiders of the Lost Ark, The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. His movies have grossed $2 billion at the box office alone, while costing $90 million to produce. I like those numbers. To this day, Howard works in continuing to earn revenues from the Star Wars franchise for the company of up to $1 billion per year annually. He has worked himself with famous directors from Alfred Hitchcock to Clint Eastwood, from Steven Spielberg to Francis Ford Coppola, as well as with his great friend George Lucas. So it's my honor to present the World Chamber of Commerce International Hero Award to Howard Kazangian for accomplishments promoting global arts with the extraordinary Star Wars brand and stimulating economic prosperity throughout the world. Howard.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Georgia Public Broadcasting. I am honored by this and pledge tonight that I will continue to make educational, exciting, action-filled, visually exciting, great stories with music, productions for television and motion pictures. Thank you. I'm really humbled by this.
Mr. Howard Kazangian, it is such a great honor for the World Chamber of Commerce to have you here tonight at our event. Please tell us, what is your advice to younger generations how to become a successful and have such an amazing career as you have been able to develop through your life with Star Wars and now with the Wordy production?
One of the most important elements in being successful is loving what you do. You have to be passionate about your work. You have to be dedicated to your work, and you have to be a hard worker. In our business, you don't go to work at 9 and come home at 5. Our hours are 5 to 9. Honesty, if I was going to hire 3 or 4 people on an A level, which one am I going to hire? The one that is honest, dedicated to their work, loves their work, and is willing to give his heart to what he's doing. And I think most of the successful people in any field are successful because of that. The world needs children to grow up with more education. And not all the schools, not all the states, not all the countries are able to give the very best education. And I think Wordy can help do that, can help unify children of every race, creed, and color, and also of every country. We believe that. Wordy educates, it entertains, and most important, it tells a story, a universal language, which is music. And David Burke is unbelievably talented in writing, in composing, doing the music, doing many of the voices, and is an actor. Education is most important. Safety is very important to me, and there are safety issues in this.
And now we are here with Consuls of Honduras, Mabel Summers, and then the Consul of Liberia, and Howard Kazangian. Would you please ask Mr. Howard Kazangian and the relationship created with the Consul Corp here of Georgia and Wordy? Do you have any questions for him?
Oh, it's a big pleasure for us to have you here, and it's amazing what you will do for our culture, because the language is, in this moment, is a huge impact in this country and in around all the world. And be honest with you, we are more than happy to know that you are bringing something that will support our language. Thank you very much to our culture.
Go ahead.
First of all, it's our honor, and being here with all these different consulates from around the world, this is the world we want to create. We all understand how important it is to know other languages. Everyone knows each other's culture. We exchange ideas, talk about different foods, talk about different areas, our children. It's incredible. I'm really honored to be here, and I have to, again, thank Solange for making this possible. This is the world in which I want to live. People from all walks of life, I love it. It's incredible. Thanks so much.
Yes, thank you so much for your leadership. I'm Cynthia Blanford, Consul General for the Republic of Liberia, and we appreciate all the good work you all are doing. Film is a wonderful budding industry in Africa, and we would certainly love to have your support and leadership to help us build our film industry in Liberia. Lollywood is what we're naming it, after Nollywood, and we believe that Liberia will be a budding film industry community, and we would love to have your support. So again, on behalf of the government of Liberia, we welcome you to come, and we certainly would be happy to invite you and check your schedules and welcome you to be a part of the filming industry in the country. Thank you very much. You're very, very welcome. Thank you.
Well, speaking of Atlanta, I have never had the type of reception as we've had here. From you, and the people of Atlanta, and the consuls around the world. This is the place, and this is the product that I know we're right on track. Again, I've never seen the reaction of this project anywhere else but here. It's been terrific, and we know we're on the right track.
Right track, right time, right place. As Howard says, I've traveled a lot. I've never been in a place where I feel like I'm home, and when we leave next week, I'm going to hurt. We're going to come back. We're going to come back.
Well, this is your new home now. Both of you are welcome to your new home. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
When I think of ice cream, I think of gelato. I think of gelato that's 20 scoops high. It makes me so happy, felice, felice. Gelato that reaches clear up to the sky. 'Cause it makes me felice, felice, felice. Gelato of scoops like a big basketball. 'Cause it makes me felice, felice, felice. Cones of gelato 100 feet tall. When I think of candy, I think about Dolce. Dolce so tart, and dolce some sweet. It makes me so happy, felice, felice. Dolce of all different kinds, what a treat! 'Cause it makes me felice, felice, felice. Dolce to eat any time of the day. 'Cause it makes me felice,
Felice!
felice. I love to eat dolce, any kind is okay. When I think of cake, I think about torta, a torta with icing
And buttercream glaze!
It makes me so happy, felice.
Felice!
How I love torta, I could eat it for days. 'Cause it makes me felice, felice, felice.
A torta so tall that it's bigger than me!
'Cause it makes me felice, felice, felice. There's nothing like torta, I know you'll agree. But without my gelato, I feel sad, so triste. I always feel triste when there's no dolce left. My heart, she cries. I feel sad, so triste until I think of the one thing that's best. When I think of chocolate, I think chocolato.
Chocolato!
A creamy delight.
It makes me so happy! Felice!
Felice! Chocolato to eat day and night. 'Cause it makes me felice, felice, felice. Chocolato and hot milk
With lots of whipped cream!
'Cause it makes me felice, felice, felice. Canals of chocolato, my favorite dream. 'Cause it makes me felice, felice, felice. Chocolato and hot milk with lots of whipped cream. 'Cause it makes me felice, felice, felice. Canals of chocolato, my favorite
What we're also doing, in addition to teaching about languages and cultures, we're teaching good values. It's important to be happy. And you'll see later on, we're going to close out this evening with another music video all about the importance of friendship. So we're trying to give the kids good values and good messaging that hopefully as they grow, we will be able to bridge some of those differences that we all are familiar with in the world and create a more harmonious planet.
I'd like to actually add something to that. One of the most important byproducts of celebrating difference, bullying cannot exist in that space. You can't have bullying if you're accepting and celebrating difference. You can't have war if you celebrate difference. I mean, how do you have a war when there's no conflict? So that is the biggest legacy we plan on leaving behind, celebration of difference.
Besides children, parents are watching this, adults are watching this, because they're learning as well. And music is the language of the world. Everybody understands that.